But we got a lot to talk about. The new rankings were out yesterday. San Diego State remains 6th in the Associated Press poll, 4th in the new AP Coaches poll, and we are joined by a junior from that 4th-ranked Aztecs team to get us started today, Tim Shelton, with us on Extra Sports 1360. Tim, Ben Higgins here. Good to have you back on the show. How does it feel being 4th in the nation, getting a few first-place votes from the coaches? I know Coach always tells you to enjoy those accolades as they come. How you doing?
I'm so good. Thanks for actually having me back on the show. For me, that's always exciting. I mean, rankings are one of those things we've kind of got used to this year, which is good. So it's not really to our head that much. And people are like, "You guys got robbed," but we're not really getting into the politics of it. We're just playing basketball and getting excited about this Saturday.
The bottom line, I understand everyone says doesn't really mean anything. I mean, you've got an NCAA tournament coming up. It's all going to be settled out on the court.
Exactly.
Personally, I say if you're going to do them, you might as well do them right. And I don't know, if you go by losses, it's not even close. San Diego State has only one loss. It's the only team that has an only loss to a top 10 team in BYU. If you go by that, sure, you guys should probably be number one. Other people say, well, it's all about the wins, but you say it doesn't really matter to you.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. It's one of those things you can't really get caught too much up in because there's other things going on. There's more important things going on.
All right, as I just mentioned, we're 95 hours away from tip-off. Is that too much time? You guys had a week to get ready for BYU the last time, but that was different. That was going on the road. Do you like the fact that you've got some extra time here? How does that play into your preparations?
I mean, for me, I always like a little extra time off physically.
That's true.
I know a couple of the guys were, appreciative of the time we get off, and I think it's going to help us with our focus. We get a couple of days to rest and then, get back into practice today and definitely get some good rest in and get our game plan going.
I heard Coach Fisher on with the Jim Rome show earlier this morning on Extra Sports 1360. Obviously, he was asked a lot about Jimmer Fredette. How do you stop him? And Coach said something that I thought was interesting. He said, well, we're going to certainly guard him as hard as we can, and we'll have, some things planned for him. We might do some things differently, but he said, ultimately, you kind of have to hope a little bit that he doesn't just, go insane and make everything with a hand in his face from 35 feet, because in that case, there's not much you can do about it. Is there any danger of giving this guy too much credit for what he can do?
I don't think so. I mean, you watch him play and you respect what he does, and you just see that he's got an incredible will to make shots that you don't think, should really be made. And kind of a credit to his work ethic and a credit to what kind of player he is,
Well, when you watch the tape of the last meeting when he scored 43, I mean, did you see that and say, oh, that we should have done this, we should have done that, or did you just go, well, how's anyone going to stop that when you watch the tape? I mean, what did you get out of watching that over again?
I mean, definitely like some different things where guys might have been a little bit more tired and stuff like that. Of course, he was making tough shots. It's not really like, oh, we could have guarded that so much better that he wouldn't have made it. It's just one of those things where you have to go in there and make sure, the effort you put in last time, you got to put in more of an effort this time, even more. You know what I mean? Even if you feel like you did your best, you got to do better.
Tim Shelton is with us here on Extra Sports 1360. Tim, talk about the fact that the game is going to be on national television. I mean, obviously you guys have played on ESPN before, and certainly CBS College Sports and the Mountain. People get that in other parts of the country. But being on CBS, the national game that everyone is going to watch, that's kind of special. Are you guys thinking about that at all?
Yeah, it's definitely special. National attention is good for the school. Definitely get to do some good things, big things for the show. Get to show what they're all about to the national viewers, and it's fun. We heard they were bringing their top people out to do the game as well. So it's one of those things where we're appreciative and we realize that they're making a big deal out of it, and we think it is a big deal.
Now, has anyone at CBS contacted you about maybe adding a little rap song of your own to the opening sequence? I mean, or is there going to be some Tim Shelton features in the broadcast? They talked to you all about that. Would you like that?
That would be fun. I'm not sure if that's going to happen or not, but I definitely wouldn't mind if they decided to do that. I know there's just going to be probably a lot of Jimmer highlights going on too. So.
Well, we can't let it be all Jimmer all the time. I know that they may try to make it all Jimmer all the time, so you guys are going to have to make sure that you hold on to your share of the spotlight. I mean, you're the great guy for that. It looked like you really enjoyed your correspondent piece on Jim Rome is Burning a few weeks ago. How was that whole experience for you? Was it what you expected?
It was definitely fun. It was definitely an honor for me. That's a big deal. That show is great. And a lot of people just, they told me that I did a great job and that I kind of looked natural out there. And, it was just a really fun thing to do.
Are you guys targeting, you're saying to yourself, if we can win this game and then take care of business the way out, are you thinking about getting a number 1 seed in the NCAA tournament? Is that a goal of this team, or do you say that's something we can't control, so let's not think about it?
I mean, it would be fairy tale to get a number 1 seed. That would definitely set things up nice for us and where we would like to play. But, it's also talking about the tournament so soon, and we're trying to focus on winning league, We understand how big this game is on Saturday for a whole lot of reasons, and, just to kind of focus on one thing at a time is, almost kind of, I don't know, it's just too much.
Tim, for you personally, with all the time that you've missed with the injuries and the knees and last season and even the year before that, did you ever see this coming? I mean, did you even have an inkling about, that there might be a season like this with these guys putting together if everything went right?
Yeah, we did. We understood that after the season was over, our first meeting after the season was over, Coach gave us a little time off. We understood that, what kind of team this could be, and we understood we kept using the word special. We could be really special. Make sure we take care of business, and we could end up being really special and kind of see everything played out during the year. It's really cool, All
right, Tim, before we let you go, I know students are going to start camping out for their tickets. I believe they're going to be released Friday afternoon at 4:30, but I've already heard people on Wednesday, they're going to bring generators out so they can have power while they wait in the line for days and days. What's the message to your fans? I know there's been some controversy. It is BYU, so things tend to escalate a little bit in this game. What kind of atmosphere, what kind of crowd are you hoping to get? I know it's going to be a great one, but anything in particular you want to say to your fans before Saturday's game?
I mean, I already know it's going to be amazing. Just want to say thanks again and appreciate all the support, and, we love it, I'll be out there in line, too, trying to get tickets myself in a little bit, so, everybody's trying to get tickets, me included, so thanks for the fans, and, I'll see you guys out there.
Well, I just told you, if the line opens on Wednesday, is Coach going to let you out of practice? Is someone going to hold your line, spot in line during practice, and then you're going to get back in line? How's that going to work? Someone get Tim Shelton tickets to this game. He can't be standing in line for 3 days before the game starts.
Hold your spot, so I can make sure I'm in practice and all that and icing up in class, but try to get someone to hold a spot, and hopefully when I come get in line, people aren't too mad at me.
All right, Tim, appreciate the time. I'll let you go, but thanks for joining us.
Oh, thanks for your time.